Welcome everybody back to another episode of TrekVerse, and on this episode we'll be looking at Short Trek's Q&A. And in a historic Star Trek moment, Ensign Spock beams aboard the USS Enterprise. His first time aboard the USS Enterprise, Ensign Spock is on board, and of course he meets Commander Una, or as she likes to be called, Number 1. And she tells Spock, as soon as he gets out the transporter, that he hasn't answered a question in 37 seconds. And this is kind of a way for them to get to know each other. Spock is just on board, and they're taking a ride using the turbolift to the bridge. And on their way to the bridge, of course, trouble strikes. And the elevator, which they're in, has a malfunction. So therefore it is a time for them to get to know each other and kind of to share a little bit about themselves. And as time drags on and they're stuck in the turbolift, like modern day time you'd be stuck in an elevator, no fun. So Number 1 tries to go and fix the problem, and while she's asking Spock some questions, they get shocked. They're both down on the ground, but luckily they recover. And since the first time did not fix the turbo lift, why not break out into song and dance? And Number 1 gives her good impression of a opera singer, or whatever it's called, and so Spock does too, and they get a little bit of friendship going, and Spock gives a smile. And after being stuck in the turbo lift, help has arrived for Spock and Number 1. So Number 1 takes a ride out of there, and I guess you'd be glad too if you were cramped in a small space like that, even if you were grappling like hooked like Batman. And a historic first, Ensign Spock takes a station aboard the USS Enterprise for the very first time. So this wasn't a cerebral episode by any account, but this was a more of a nuance, a more callback to Star Trek lore, and of course we got to see Spock on the bridge of the Enterprise for the first time. Overall, I did enjoy this short trek very much, and this wasn't a cerebral episode by any means of the imagination, but it was kind of a nice way to see kind of a more personable side to Mr. Spock and more of Una, aka Number 1's personality. And it was kind of nice, the touches of nuance and to calling back to sentimentality of Trek lore. So tell me, what do you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Are you craving more, or you just can't wait for the Captain Pike TV show to come out? Let me know in the comments section.